name is Pedro. I'm the co-owner of Conexus. We are an international student agency. We have been working in the market for 5 years approximately. Myself for 10 years in the industry. And we have markets from South America, Europe, and sometimes Asia that we look after international students. Basically, it was the bank system, depending on the country that the student is coming from. There are South American countries that are more complex in the processes of transferring money overseas. Example like Peru or Colombia, which they control a lot money laundering, maybe Mexico as well. So the banks were making a lot of questions, and why you're transferring money to, let's say, someone else in Australia, and you don't have many references of the person, and as we are like the middle company between the student and the college, they probably were a little bit not very confident of providing the whole information to the banks. Another problem was the timing was longer when the banks were transferring the money to us, and sometimes we were sort of losing a little bit of money in the transaction because there were too many intermediaries in the middle. So sometimes there were some fees, like hidden fees, that we could not control, and the student at the end, well, or either they need to pay for that, or we needed to assume that sort of cost. Well, one of the benefits that we think is making a major change on the process is that the students just need to pay in their own currency. So they don't need to think about this, changing rates that are, like sometimes they can go up or down in less than 24 hours. Whereas with NextPay, we can sort of freeze the rate for 24 to 48 hours. So we're trying to make the person to go to the bank within the 24 to 48 hours to pay in their own currency, which is, they are more familiar with the transaction rather than, sending dollars overseas. I recommend NextPay for bringing overseas students to Australia because it's an easier process for companies like us. And I believe it's a very trustworthy company with good management of the money for the students and us.